Hey, Mr. Derry here. I'm trying to make it a little clearer how we're going to get through this little lesson on programming using the Vex Robotics virtual programming software. We're going to double click on this unit in Canvas, and it says we're going to complete 4 lessons in section 2 and 3 lessons from section 3 for a total of 7 programs. Now, I think I went over this in class, but when we go on this link, it doesn't bring me to where I need to go. So you really need to come in here and click the movement button. The 7 programs I'm talking about are these guys right here. I want you to go through each one of these and save what you've done into your Vex folder. So I'm going to try to demonstrate that for you. So if we go to Program Dissection, it's going to launch, when we hit play, it'll launch this video. And I want you to follow along with the video and edit the program. Now they give you a copy of the program right down here. So you need to click on this, and when you click on it, it gets downloaded. Alright. Now there's a couple of ways. For the first one that you do, you can open it up here. But there's another way to open it, and I want to show you that instead, because this will make it clearer as to where those go. So you all have a folder on your desktop that says Tech Lab. Oops, let me just minimize a few things here for a second so you can see what's going on. Alright, so right here there's a folder that says Tech Lab. If you open that folder up, there's one that says Robot C. If we launch Robot C, and there's a couple ways to launch it, this guy right here comes up. Alright. So I've got Program C open, and now I've got my training folder open. So I'm going to try to resize this so that they're part of my recording here and you can see both things. Okay, I've got my video over here and I've got my program over here. Now remember, I clicked on this and downloaded it. Where did it go? It went to my downloads folder. So if I go to File and I go to Open and Compile, if I look in my downloads folder, there it is. I'm going to double click on that and it launches it right here. Oops. It's also going to bring you into this. We don't need this right now. Later on we're going to log into it as a guest, but you can close that window out and this should have popped up. Notice it does not have my name. And this program is currently in my downloads folder. So I want to go to File, go to Save As right here, under File, Save As, and I'm going to put it into my folder, which my folder is in the Tech Drive, in Student Folders, just like yours, and I'm going to go to Dairy, IT, and I'm going to go to Vex. Alright, and the thing I want to do is, this is program 1 of 7, so I'm going to say 1 and then Dairy W. And I'm going to leave the name Program Dissection in there and hit save. Now, this program is in my folder and it has my name. In the video, they're going to tell you that to save it as a different name. Just save them as whatever the title of the file is. Alright. As you go through this video, you're going to be doing a certain amount of work. Alright. Okay, it has you add another line of code here. The author has you type it in. I think it's easier if you just copy the code and then if you hit a return, you can paste it. And the only thing that needs to change is the motor port. Alright, so you're going to change that from 2 to 3. Now you need to be really careful that your symbols and characters are all exactly the same. If you use capitals and other things that you shouldn't, you're going to get yourself into trouble. When you're all done and you've gone through the whole lesson, and you can test it out if you want. You can compile and download it to the robot, and I can show you what that's going to look like. So if I come over here and say compile program and download it to the robot, it's going to launch this virtual world. I'm going to log in as a guest. I'm going to hit movement, hit the labyrinth challenge, hit start, and my robot's going to go straight for 1 second. All right. Now, in the video, your robot turned in a circle. It had to do with the motors being reversed. You're going to cover this in another video, but if you go to motors and sensors and you go to motors, you can see that one of my motors is already set to reversed. That'll be covered in a later video. Not a big deal. All right. When you're done with this, though, we haven't saved it. So we're going to need to go to File, Save. We don't need to go to Save As because we've already put it in the right location. Thing I want you to realize is I want you to go to the next video. All right, so let me see if I can get us there. So I'm going to go back. So the next lesson is reversing motor polarity, which is already done on mine. But you're going to click on this, and you're going to go through the same step. We want to download this program. So I'm going to click on it, and that's automatically going to get downloaded. If I go back to Robot C and I go to Open, I should see it in my Downloads folder, and there it is. And now I'm going to open it up, and I don't need this right now. And notice it's up here. It says Reversing Motor Polarity. I'm going to go to File and Save As and find my folder in the tech drive. All right, and you'll get faster at this. And I look in my Vex folder, you can see my other program. I'm going to call this program 2 and put my last name in and first initial and hit save. Then I'm going to follow this video through. It's going to tell me to reverse the polarity, which I already did on this, so it doesn't matter. And then I'm going to go to save again. Likewise, I'm going to go back to the next lesson, download this one, rename it. So when I look in your folder, I should end up with a total of 7 folders. Excuse me, 7 files in that folder for this section. All right. If you need any help, ask me. I'll try to walk you through this. All right. So just to be clear, I go to File, I go to Save As, I locate my folder in the tech drive, and I give it the right name. All right.